We do have a lot of questions today. Some exciting questions, some tricky questions, and we'll definitely answer to all of them. We will begin with a bit of a summary, summary that will help us to understand what's been happening in the last year or so in 2023. And 2023 was quite intensive. Let's be honest. We all survived a very harsh market. It was a bearish market, bearish cycle, accumulation phase, call it whatever you want. But it was a difficult time for many projects. And, especially in the Web3 industry, when it comes to gaming, nobody is prepared for this particular sentiment, this particular conditions and circumstances of the market. So it was a great learning pathway for us. It was a great learning journey, which we went through, and I believe we went through this particular stage very successfully. We were able to learn a lot from it. We were able to understand what needs to be done to be a little bit more efficient when it comes to the management, when it comes to the operational processes, and when it comes to the game development in general. What do you think, Roman? It was a difficult year for us, was it? But very, very productive.
It's still not finished, bro. It's still not finished. We need to finish it clearly.
Yeah, that's right. So, to be honest with you guys, building something like we are building right now, the company of that size, the products ecosystem that we are building is a technological challenge. It is a massive complexity, and it's not an easiest process to go through. There are a lot of steps involved to get to the final destination, which is far away still, and we still have a long way to go. We still have a lot to do. But it's much more harder and complex than just developing a single game with a single game studio. So what we're building right now is a whole ecosystem of products. We are building a game publishing company, which is itself is an enormous challenge. And we are competing with some well-established publishers in this space. We're trying to find this certain niche that will help us to be the best in particular products, in particular products that we release in terms of the crypto products, and as well as the game products as well. And we're also building a whole lore that is taking a lot of time, because obviously building IPs and lore, it's a very complex process as well itself. And the lore, it shouldn't just be the lore, it should be interesting, it should be fascinating, it should be addictive. And writing the books that you can finally read on the Amazon took us a long time. So Roman, you can maybe share your your feedback about how did we go through the process of writing books and creating a lore from your game producer's opinion?
We make the first ever sci-fi about crypto. So I think this is something that we can highlight, because we are the first in history of blockchain that makes sci-fi book and hit bestseller of Amazon worldwide. So this is very interesting case for us, because we provide for developers not only backend and blockchain solution, but also lore. So lore is very expensive usually for indie developers, something big, and to be a part of big lore is something like you're making a game with the lore of Star Wars, like Mandalorian design or something like that. So we building something big, and the developers like it, because the more books we have, the more games we have, the more bigger universe we have. And our main goal, as it was at the very beginning, to build ecosystem where users will be able to find any kind of game they want, and they will have very interesting gameplay, addictive enough to have fun. And even if they will be tired from this game mechanics, they will be able to find any kind of game for any taste and continue gameplay without any loss. So I think this is This is basic core of Sidus, and I think we moving very well because I still don't know any competitors like that. We see a lot of projects that try to copy Steam or any kind of store, but the problem is that the most of users that pay money in different games, they don't have any opportunity to take this money out in the most of often cases. So when we will solve this, I hope next year will be very important to show this case, because we will be able to connect our first two planets, our first two locations, Nidum and Tembazar and Xena. First will be Xena, then we'll connect Tembazar. So this will be very important case, because as an ecosystem, we want to share this user experience with people. And this is very exciting, because this will be the first ever case where users can continue their progress between different games developed by different studios without any loss. So it means that I will play some character in Xena or Tembazar, and then transfer this character to another game and continue gaining experience. Yes, this experience will be different, rewards will be different, but it will be the same hero, so it will be wow. Because for traditional gaming, this is unbelievable. For example, if I play Need for Speed and I will see some character from Mortal Kombat who can sit at the car and continue a game with me, and another skin, another game mechanics. So this is something amazing. And I'm happy that we survive, because I agree with Dan. This was very hard year, because we see that people, investors, users, scholars was very disappointed at the Web3 with NFT. I understand why that happened, because people don't understand the core utility of NFTs, and they just invest to have some profit in the future. And when there is no any idea behind utility, yes, it's more scam than opportunity. So this is very good for us, actually, because we prove with our patience, with our concept, that we have something big. And I think everyone who listen in me happy that we all are believers in Sidus. So we all believe that Sidus is something that could be a very big idea. And yes, I think next year will be very interesting, because we have a lot of interesting releases that we still not able to make this year, but they're at the final page. A lot of people asking me question, what is the luxury brand that we want to release? But we still cannot highlight, because we at the final page with all these things. And I hope at the end of this year, we finally will have opportunity to announce this collaboration, because this is like something like a next level of us in everything, in quality, in presence, in recognition, and everything. So it's very promising for us to be a part of the market, because with discussions with VCs, game producers, indie developers, investors, and users, we see that actually all market needs success story. So we see that different games, different companies try to make their own solution to show what is the concept of utility of NFT, of blockchain, of tokens, of everything. And I'm happy that we are at the high age of technology, and a lot of people understand that we as a company, as a project, as a team, we have all necessary things to have success, to show case, to show what is utility, to show how it could be, to provide high quality user experience with unique gameplay mechanics. And I'm proud that our internal team and my partners are good enough in creativity and a will to develop not just copies of something with crypto, but something unique. And we will show something very big because we really believe in blockchain. I'm as a game producer for almost 20 years, I think. I was very inspired when I first time was listening story about NFT of this technology, and I'm true believer because I'm deeply inside. And yesterday we was building new office in Abu Dhabi, and I had a discussion with my old friend, game producer from traditional gaming company, and he was when he was listening my story, I understand that he was so unhappy that he's still in the traditional game market because we have 2 years of experience, so we have 2 years of opportunity behind. And the good thing for all of us that we spend all our money in the project, in good design, in concept, in high quality graphics, and recognition, and marketing, and influencement. So now we are part of this market, and yeah, let's keep building. All we need to finish, and with your help, this become easier because new people comes, new influencers comes, and they take a look on our presence in Twitter, in Discord, in Telegram, and they see a warm welcoming from your side. And this has helped us to build this company because we making strategic round right now, and a lot of people go inside community and test who we are. Is it scam or not? And they ask these questions not for us but for you. And thank you that you support us, because without your support this is nothing, this is just zero. So that's it
Yeah,
from my side
well,
then.
thank you, Roman.
Ben, are you here? I think Dan have some connection problems, unfortunately. Yeah, okay, let me while we're waiting, Dan, let me show you some updates from the current year, what we have done for you. This is our one of main characters in game, and I want to share with you some of our results. First of all, I want to highlight numbers of our deposits and model economy, because I think that this is something unique that we have. I know that there are some new users that listen to me, and we have model economy as a core utility design of all ecosystem. So the main idea is that users can contribute some resources and tokens to have equity inside our metaverse, to receive some rewards from models, and store, marketplace, staking, and other financial instruments inside. We cannot say that it is 100% financial instruments, but this is something like utility between tokens and users. So this is kind of game experience that provide ownership of game features. So in the last year, as you can see, we have good support from our community, and I really appreciate that you believe in this concept. And we work hard to make marketing of our games to be sure that this is working. And as you can see, model returns against user deposits and against model contributions are equal numbers, right? So We have $600,000 in deposits. Half of this amount was contributed in models, and we return almost all of them, right? So it means that even with a very low amount of active users, we don't make any good marketing yet because we still in a very early beta stage. Yes, we making our beta open, but this is not something that you can say that this is a competitive quality of game that we can launch on traditional game market. Because to be honest, to build something good enough to have very, very wide mass adoption, you need at least 3 years of hard development behind. In some cases, 2 years. So we only have 2 years, and as you can see, we have very few products that good enough to be released. First of all, it's Xena. I'm happy that we finally make release on Apple. So now we start marketing. Not so big because we still have some features to be polished good enough to buy users, to allocate some traffic, and to spend this money wisely, because we don't need just to show that we can make release. We need to build projects not only interested but good enough to make people happy to pay inside. So our second goal is not only interesting games that inspire new users, but also as a business. So because this is a gaming company, we need to make games good enough to make business on these games. So yeah, as you can see, we have pretty good numbers. This is all about open beta. And also, we make decision to burn these tokens, and we have support from your side with DAO. Some of these tokens were burned within our model economy, because we burned some tokens when you contribute these tokens in models. Some of them are burned, but we also burn a lot of tokens from all we have. As you can see, it's pretty high amount of tokens that we burn. So now it's much easier to operate this company, because this is how we see how we can build our trust between community and us. And I think this is very good decision, because after that decision, we raise our token like a few times. This is first touch with our luxury brand project. As I mentioned before, I still cannot say what exactly the project, but this is the final part of production. We play so many times, and luxury brand side also have some fun to play this game. And the main idea is not just some game. We put this high quality game in Telegram. So we really believe that Telegram games are a very promising segment, because Telegram right now is the only platform that give easy access to your friend list. And now after 1 year of production and experiments, we understand how to prove that you invite your friends inside the game. This was not so easy, because there was no any internal feature for Telegram. So we taking a look how Tone, core infrastructure solution for Telegram, making their releases, and we believe in Tone. So that's why we're building together all these things, and we very excited that we will make release very soon. And I think that this will be our sword of marketing, because I believe that we can drop marketing spendings 10 times against the same user acquisition costs in Apple Store and Google, because we have motivation for users, and we have very easy functions to make referral links, referral rewards, and very addictive gameplay. And by the way, our luxury brand put $500,000 as a prize pool. So this is very good challenge for all of us, for us as a company, for you for users. So I think this will blow up the market. Yeah, I mentioned before that we finally make release of Xena on App Store. This is also a very important part of us because we make so many features and we redesign our website. We make a lot of things to make this project Web 2.5 because we still in the shadow. We cannot say that this is something that regulated 100%. I think you understand what I mean. So the only thing that we can make a lot of attempts. For 1 year, we was building this game and we was trying and keep trying and keep trying. And finally, after 1 year, we have this release on App Store. And this means that from that moment, we have a game with unique game mechanics in App Store. You can download, you can play, and you can have rewards. And you can link this game to our Web3 site, and you can use these Web3 assets. And App Store agree with that. This is very important for us as a company because this is 1 year of our job, of our team that was very dedicated to make this release. So congratulations us and the team that we finally have this. This is our shooter. We are happy to say that this is something also very unique because we believe that browser games, to be honest, I was not able to understand the power of this game, of this technology before my partners bring to me. And Janan and Dmitry says that this is the future of the game, but actually game market was not ready for that, and I was not ready, and I was not so happy. But when I first time download the game and then I compare the launching the game from the website and the same quality without download, without any necessity to store this data on your hardware, so it was like wow. So I think this is the most important thing of the games, when you make your users say wow, how you do that. So now we just building this game, and we want to put this game in all big entertainment websites. Maybe we will be lucky enough to make release with Netflix. I'm not sure, but I know that Netflix have a lot of games and they're so actually bad in quality. So I was I'm very inspired with this game because this is first ever shooter in the browser in this quality. So this is also something that we're waiting. And also we built 2 more features to make onboarding easier. So now it's not so easy to be part of this game, but now we make a few updates, and in the future we will make very easy way to just press button and have fun. That's it. I hope in 10 or 12 seconds it will be good enough to start the game. I'm not sure that it is achievable at that moment, but definitely we will build this user experience to make people happy, and this is amazing. And the second big feature is that we use NFT as utility case with a display, because I think you know that the most important part of NFT is to show that you own this NFT. So we built very unique feature to help people understand who is the robot, how much it costs, what is his role, and other stuff. So we're at the final stage of production of this feature, and soon it will be on production. So this also will be very inspiring to make people happy to play together with browser between your work or something like that. So this is my small presentation. Then I hear.
Yeah. I'm just playing up today. My computer is freezing down. every time I try to speak. Thank you so much, Roman. I really appreciate it. And guys, just keep in mind today's AMA session is we try to make it as friendly as possible. So like this is more of a home environment which you will feel comfortable. So don't expect fireworks and stuff like that. Just it's a very transparent and open-minded conversation we'll have today with you guys, and we'll try to answer as many tricky questions as possible as well. That's why we do it not in a standard way like we do it on the YouTube usually. Going back to the previous points Roman was mentioning. The first point to mention is that dedication always pays off. We were very privileged to win a very prestigious award in Dubai this year. In the beginning of this year, we actually won an award as the best metaverse project in the United Arab Emirates from the Ministry of Tolerance, and it was a very difficult award to get, but we were very lucky to get an appreciation from the local community, and people really loved the job we did. Abu Dhabi office is a very important milestone for us as well. As Roman mentioned before, we're currently in the stage of opening the exposure in Abu Dhabi, because Abu Dhabi is a very intensive market. It has a lot of players in this market. What are the biggest players, Roman, in Abu Dhabi right now? Is it Unreal Engine 5 or Epic Games, or I'm sure you spoke about some big players there.
I like that Abu Dhabi government is very serious about the games, and they built game acceleration organization called AD Gaming, Abu Dhabi Gaming, and now we are a part of this acceleration program. And the idea is to unite all developers, all kind of engine makers, everything on one platform. 52 gaming companies at one building, and we are 52 company. So it's very easy to have access to Unity, to Electronic Arts, to Steam, to Microsoft, to Amazon, to Sony, to everything inside one building. So it's very interesting for networking. And now we have an office there, and we have support as residents, and they have money behind. So this is also very important. So we are very careful with our crypto side. So that's why we spend a lot of time to be as legal as it is possible, but it's not something that is wide enough in the market, because I think it's some gap between our current situation and government, because I think this is the reason that crypto is still in not in summertime, but still in maybe spring, because when Abu Dhabi or United States or something like that countries will say, okay, now we allow crypto, this will be our time, right? So now we need to move in big shadows, but the quality of content that we make definitely help us to build relations, because anyway, people in the field understand that we are not scammers. So we build in these relations, and we have legal framework that help us to negotiate with them. And we invest a lot of money and time to be legal. So yeah, that's
it's important to add that currently the case that was won by the Ripple, it proves the fact that we are about to have a clear framework within which we can potentially work all together within the crypto space. It's not just us, but a whole bunch of other projects, including Star Atlas, Illuvium, Gonzilla, and a whole bunch of other games as well. Whatever you sell, depending on the NFTs or other digital assets, we all have to be regulated, and we are trying to contribute as much as possible to this particular regulation as well, because we believe in the regulation. We believe it must be regulated, otherwise the market will be very hesitant to get into a bigger stage of the scaling and the exposuring the established, well-established game publishing companies within this crypto space as well. But it's good we actually see some big companies moving into this space, which is a big sign of appreciation and potential in that industry in general. So that was the first award which we actually won. The second award was recently received as well at a very prestigious event, which is called Indian Blockchain Week. So Indian Blockchain Week, we received an award as the best emerging project of 2023. It was among the best in the actual conference. I think Sandbox was the winner as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, Roman, because you're the one
Yes.
who was getting this award. How was that event? How did you like it?
I like it because I believe in India as a big crypto market, because there is a very small penetration of crypto in Indian market. I think it have like 1,000 times potential inside, because crypto community is very few people inside this big country. They know crypto, they use crypto, they're crypto users and crypto believers. So we want to be part of this organic growth. And now we are on the radars. So they see us, they recognize us, they want to help us. And I was part of top, we had party with top 20 influencers of India. So now they all want to help us to build this, to be at the front line of Sidus in India. So it was good enough to say that definitely India will show something big, and I'm happy that we are the part of this growth in the future. So now we just keep building relations, keep building the project together. So it was very good. I like it.
Excellent. Well, we continue building, but these particular recognitions is important for us because it really highlights the appreciation we get from our business partners, and we work with all the business partners in that space as well. I mean, Sidus is already a well-established name, and people know us, people pay attention to our project. And we're very, very lucky to have such a supportive and friendly community as well, who actually understands that things take time to build. I was keep saying it, to be honest with you, nonstop, that this project is not about to be built overnight or over a week. We would not really the guys would be the guys who will rush into something to try to amaze you with amazing graphics, but no depth when it comes to the economy and the gameplay mechanics as well. So we try to basically build things step by step, and it does come with certain complexities. It comes with certain problems which we are fully aware, and it takes time to fix these problems. But what we do appreciate is the support once again, and the understanding from the community that things take time, which is very important for us as the project. As was mentioned before by Roman, Tembazar is one of the first stages of the open world, which was mentioned by the Sidus a long time ago. We have an update coming up, which was mentioned by Roman, which will come up with an easy way to access the game as well. So you don't really need to wait for players to join in. You will be able to play without waiting too much, and there will be a lot of updates coming up as well, exciting new maps and some newer characters and things like that. So we are looking forward to share these updates. Keep in mind the work on Tembazar is happening on a daily basis. The same with Xena, the same with the Telegram games, the same with the other games that are coming up. The hardest part for us as a project, and I'm just sharing my personal experience, is that we actually do a lot of things simultaneously. I do know that some game studios are just building a shooter and they're 100% concentrating on the shooter itself, and they're like building it nonstop every single day. And you can see the changes happening even on the weekly basis, because they're just spending 100% of their time into a single product, whereas we build simultaneously a variation of different products. And you have to understand that. That's very important for you to understand. We build a shooter, which is a third-person browser shooter, which is not a normal shooter, which you will be able to play in Unreal Engine 5, but we are building on the technology that doesn't really have a clear guide as to how to build, how to build a perfect product in browser. Roman, maybe you can share your experience, but I couldn't find any instructions as to how to build a perfect product in the browser. Yeah, it's literally a new technology on the market. The same with the Telegram gaming. Nobody can explain to you how to build in Telegram and make a perfect game. So we are literally the first-time explorers. I did mention it a long time ago during the AMA sessions. Unreal Engine 5 is a very convenient platform to build amazing and high-quality games, but it creates an obstacle for a lot of people living in third world countries and developed countries, living in countries like Nigeria and Kenya and Myanmar and Cambodia and some other places around the world, even in the Philippines. I just went to the Philippines, to Manila, to conduct to make a presentation at the YGG conference, working with consensus and linear. And I can tell you that these people have 95% of these people have Androids. They don't even have iPhones. They don't have an iOS, right? So they don't have powerful devices at all. Their internet is pretty slow there as well. So these people would love to play some browser games. They would love to play Telegram games, but there is no chance these people can download 120 gigs of data for a game like Black Desert. There is no possible way, because these guys don't have PlayStations, these guys don't have Xboxes, they don't have Nintendos, but they have average devices. And average device is usually 1 gig of RAM with 300 KB per second internet. So now we are building products for the mass market, and it comes with its certain difficulties for sure. Speaking of the conference at the Philippines, we see that market as a huge potential for sure. And we now understand how Axie Infinity made a huge splash in this particular market. We understand the strategies they've been using to have that much of a FOMO slash hype around this project. So we will definitely scale our operations towards this market, sorry, working with the local leading partners as well. So there were quite a few reasons why we actually went to this conference, not just to present our project and have a collaboration with Linear and Consensus and do some exciting events, but we also had a lot of crucial meetings, which helped us to have some internal agreements that we will eventually announce very soon. So these particular partnerships that are coming up are very important for us, because they will give us a lot of exposure in the local market. And if everything goes well and people love the products that we will about to release, including the luxury brand products, including the Telegram games. Continuing on, Philippines is a great market. Roman went to India. We did have an exposure for Xena in India. It was a very intensive exposure in India. We did a lot of marketing. Roman, maybe you can mention a couple of things about marketing in India that we did this year, and how many bloggers we actually experiment with. It was like tens and tens of different bloggers with millions of different followers, right? Maybe you can share your feedback about that.
Yeah, we spent 3 months to reach results in Indian market with Xena, but we faced with a problem that users are not ready to play strategic games at all in India. So they want to play shooters, and that's it. So this was a big problem for us, because we was trying to show them something new, unique, and the audience was not relevant for that. So 3 months and 100,000 users that we want to invite in our game, but this was negative feedback. This was negative result, but we just need to keep trying, and now we will try on Canada and on Western market, and Xena shows much better numbers, because this audience are much more relevant for us.
Yeah. So Astrali was another product that we tested very successfully with the BNB chain. There was a testing pilot and there will be a continuation of Telegram exposure. As it was mentioned by Roman, we are big believers in Telegram. It is a perfect distribution platform. Think about that. It has more than 700 million users. It has all the necessary instruments to build the games in the Telegram. But the interesting part is that not many companies understand how to build in Telegram. So we are in a very unique position when, if we do take that niche and we do it well and efficiently, we have a huge potential to bring a lot of users and a lot of players within our ecosystem as well. So you have to understand that the metaverse market and the crypto Web3 market in general is highly competitive. Despite the fact that we all wish success to each other, and I do wish success to all the companies in the crypto space, we have to understand that the traffic is limited. The number of crypto players is limited. So our companies have to think and strategize different marketing ideas as to how to bring Web2 players into this space. And bringing these particular users is not the most easiest process, as you understand, because it does come with certain complexities. You have to educate these people how to use MetaMask. You have to educate these people how to create wallets. You have to educate these people how to buy cryptocurrencies or digital NFT assets. You have to educate these people in many, many different processes, and that's not the easiest process at all. So Telegram could be that solution. That Telegram is highly populated by crypto enthusiasts, degens, and people who actually love crypto in general. It's very easy to send the games and referral links within the Telegram as well. So that's why we do believe that it has a huge potential. And imagine, like, you just get a link and you access the game within one click, which is super easy and has a huge potential. That's why luxury brand that we are looking forward to share with you will be that major milestone and catalyst for bringing a large and extensive number of users within this particular Telegram technology and giving us a push when it comes to the marketing exposure as well. So we do think that that could be a game changer for us. I cannot say anything for sure, but it feels like it could be a game changer for sure, because what we are preparing is a different level, as it was mentioned by Roman, the quality, the experience, and the rewards. And we all understand people don't just come for fun. And games are all about fun, let's be honest. Like, it has to be addictive. But in crypto industry, it's slightly different. People don't just come for fun. People also come for rewards. So that's why, by choosing a right business partner, the one that you will see once we'll make an announcement about luxury brand, we've picked the right one that brings the most juicy rewards to you, and you will love the rewards. The rewards are very, very exciting for sure. We will actually play ourselves. I'm sure I'll play myself. Roman probably will play to win the rewards, but yeah, it's an exciting product that is coming up, and it's exciting because it not just comes in a serious single game, but it comes in the variation of different games that you will see. So pretty exciting stuff. Now, I think what we can do now, Roman, is go through all of these questions that we had from our community. What do you think about that? Do you want to get into it?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, excellent. So how about that? What I will do is I will ask you the question, and
Yep,
yep, we can do it this way.
that's my favorite.
So the first question, which is very tricky for people these days, is so the first question, we have banks and withdrawals from the game, which is a little bit tricky for some players. For those who don't know, we're just letting you know that we have a game economy inside called module economy, which is very innovative, very revolutionary. We are literally the first in the entire Web3 space to create a real decentralized economy within the game. And this economy, instead of giving rewards and revenues to the developers, it gives that rewards and revenue back to the players. So you as a player can simply become a co-owner of a particular business within the game. In simple example, before Roman gets started, if you go into the shopping center, your local shopping center, and you like a coffee shop there, and you want to become a co-owner of this coffee shop, you walk in, you find the owner of this shop, and you say, listen, I like your business. I want to bring more value to you. I want to become a co-owner of this shop. And in exchange, you get a request to bring 1,000 kilos of coffee beans to this coffee shop to get 5% of royalties from all the revenues that this particular coffee shop can generate. So you go and search for these coffee beans. You spend time, you go around the market, you search for these coffee beans, you buy it, you bring it back, and in exchange for these coffee beans, you get 5% of revenue of whatever profit this particular business generates within this ecosystem. The same applies to our module economy. So once you deposit your money into the game, you have a chance to invest into the modules, which we call little businesses, right? So you can become a co-owner of the marketplace, you can become a co-owner of the store, you can become a co-owner of the shipyard where the spaceships are made, etc., etc., etc. There will be a list of different modules. And these modules are allowing you to contribute your resources, the ones that you actually win in the games, and re-contributing them into these modules. And there is a list of different resources and assets that you can contribute to become a co-owner of this particular module. In simple terms. Now, there was a little bit of a trick, not a trick, but a complexity. Because it's a browser technology, because we work with the browser for the first time when it comes to this decentralized economy, and we wanted to make sure that everything is stable and efficient, there was a limitation for withdrawals from the game to layer 1, which is Ethereum. Now we're currently working on improvements, and Roman can mention that to you. Roman, pass it on back to you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Dan. We have license inside the game, and license is also very innovative part of Web3, because usually people make flat economy design inside the game, but this is not something that you can use easy, because this is like a Ponzi. So to make utility, we build the same as notary licensing. So when you want to become a notary, you need to make a lot of things to pass very special tests and have special education. But also there are very limited amount of license within some community, right? So this is like proportions between a notary and people. So we making the same part of our metaverse. For example, withdraw option is something that could be that available only with help of bank teller. So this bank teller is license owner. This license have the same name, bank teller license. So the user who have this license will be able to withdraw your money. So right now we make only first version of bank, and this first version includes only withdrawal for owners of these licenses. But in the future, we will make big update where this availability will cover all necessary things. We have huge requests from community to make these options bigger, because license have very limited amount of money that you can withdraw from layer 2 to layer 1. And we make this not because we are greedy or something like that, because we noticed that some projects was victims of FUD, and people was selling all their things at one hour, and this was ruin all the things, all the token, all the company within a few hours. So that's why we make a very regulated way of all tokens inside the project, because we want to support utility with users, not with people who want to play, earn, and forget about the project, but people who are ready to spend some more time. And ecosystem motivate these users with income. So this income generates with time, and when people want to withdraw this income, it will also take time. And now we had only $3 per hour withdraw, but we will make an event where we increase in 10 times amount of withdrawal as an event. So we want to test this option to make community happy, because we understand that right now $3 per hour is very, very small amount. But I would like to ask you to understand this option, because we don't want to make any mistakes that could ruin our economy. So all our solutions and all decisions behind these solutions are based on company and project interests. So we don't want to make any mistake that can make big damage to token, big damage to community, to project, to company, to anything. That's why we step by step we're building this, and we received a lot of feedback and requests to make this option bigger than $3 per hour. And yes, now we understand that we test all technology, and now we can open. So at that moment, we will open on $30 per hour as an event. And after this event, we will decide, maybe we will make more, maybe we will make less, maybe we will keep this amount of withdrawal. But definitely we will continue with development. And this development, the core idea of this development to make you happy, because we understand that if we will provide no option to withdraw money, no option to be happy with earning with our project, this will be like the final part of our project. So that's why we definitely will hear what you, and we listen what you messaging us. So we will make this update for you, and please don't be mad about some features, because we need to be sure that the features that we make on production are good enough. So because of this regulative strategy and very careful updates, we still have very very serious technology, and our developers keep your tokens in safe tech. This is very important, because I think you understand that one case when some user will lose his tokens inside our project because of quality of our technology will ruin the reputation. So that's why we're very careful. And even with this position, we sometimes have mistakes, but because of this regulation, these mistakes damage very, very small amount of something inside, very small impacts. That's why we can handle it easier. So please be patient with that, and give us some time to make this update and make you happy.
Yeah, it's also important to say that we'll also do a special DAO voting inside of the game as well eventually, right, Roman? Where people who play the game. Sorry, can you guys see me?
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll also do a special feature called DAO voting, right? Where the CNET holders will use their CNET tokens to decide the amount of tokens that will be withdrawable per month, right?
Yes, definitely. We want to build this community not only just as a community of users, but also as a community of believers that decide and provide their will how we can develop the system together, because together we can build something bigger than just one more gamified project.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, so I can see that we have a lot of questions about the launchpad as well. I will take that question and we'll try to clarify a lot of things for you today as well. So Sidus Gates is not a launchpad. So some people had a confusion that Sidus Gates is a launchpad. No, it's not correct. Sidus Gates is a publishing company that owns the game studios that we develop. Sidus Launchpad doesn't have a name as yet. We will announce the vote in Twitter very soon, where you will be able to decide which name of Sidus Launchpad you prefer to see. So once we'll get a majority of votes for a particular name, people will people will decide which name we will choose for the Launchpad. It's coming up very soon. Launchpad will play a very important role of our ecosystem as well, because Launchpad creates an extensive number of use cases. To give you a context of why we're actually planning to launch the Launchpad, and I'm sure you had a good look at the DAO description for the Launchpad voting. But as a game publisher, Roman particularly, for example, has an extensive network of connections within the gaming industry in general. He knows a lot of game publishers. He knows a lot of game studios, and he's a well-known person in general in this industry. We are getting pitched by many different projects who are willing to move into the Web3 industry. There are currently existing games that are currently planning to launch some cool games in the Web2 space, but they're all interested in the Web3 space. And the problem in the gaming industry is that not everyone understands the procedure as to how to get into this space. What are the regulation requirements, how to structure a business to be fully compliable with the regulators in certain regions, and many tricky things that actually stop people from moving to this space. Please turn off your microphone, guys. Christian, can you turn off your microphone? Sorry. Yeah, so continuing on. So, you know, by having such an extensive demand for a Web3 exposure, we really realized that the Launchpad would be a perfect gateway for many of these projects to move into the Web3 industry. And there are so good quality projects that we believe that our Launchpad can be the place for quality, not the quantity. So we have a very clear objective to launch this Launchpad with the philosophy of bringing high quality projects. And there will be two different stages of selection before this project will even be published on our Launchpad. The first selection will be done by our internal analytical team. So Citus possesses enough expertise, and we have more than 20 years of game development experience in general. Our specialists are coming and originating from the Web2 gaming industry, and we have enough knowledge to understand which game studios and teams have enough expertise and competence to launch a successful projects, and which teams and projects do not have enough expertise to launch a successful projects. So we have Roman, we have a large number of other team members who will help us to do this first check to make sure the quality will be delivered to you. The second stage will be the DAO vote, in which the CNET token will be used to select the project. And only if CNET token DAO voters will choose that project, this project will move to the final stage to be published on the Launchpad. Our objective, as I said, is to bring you high quality projects, those projects that the other launchpads will be hunting for. We want to make sure that you will be having an early access to those projects that usually are not available for regular people. People struggling sometimes to get allocations to high quality projects, but we want to give you that chance. So we will be working hard to make sure we find those very juicy, very efficient, very prospectable products and projects in general to bring it to our Launchpad in general as well. So Launchpad will use Cetus for a tier staking system. So Cetus as a utility token within the Citus ecosystem will be needed to be staked to receive a particular tier on the Launchpad as well. So what does that mean is that we'll have 7 levels of tiers within the Launchpad, starting from very low, going to bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, etc., etc. And every of these tiers will guarantee a particular allocation for you as a staker. So there'll be a staking. Obviously, a staking comes with a certain percentage of APR or APY. And while you stake your tokens, you will be eligible for a particular allocation. The allocation will come with the first round, which is a guaranteed allocation. Then it's the second round, which is first come, first serve. And the third round, which will be whatever is left, will be available for public. But I believe usually the first and second rounds are the ones who will take the entire allocation. Um, we have a lot of connections in this industry. As you saw on the citusheroes.com website, we have a lot of business partners we work with. We work with Animoca Brands, we work with Hashkey, Shima Capital, Dex Tools, Metaverse Capital, Master Ventures, and a whole bunch of other people in this industry. We have business partners like and investors like Mr. Beast, and we have advisors like Alex Becker and some other people as well. So we are pretty well established in this industry, and we already have more than 50 applications for different projects to get in our launchpad as well. So we're currently going through all of this information, seeing which projects have good potential, which projects don't. But it will be a very interesting use case for both tokens, for Cetus and CNET. For sure, you will be excited. I'm excited myself personally, because I want to make sure that this launchpad will make a particular contribution to this industry to make this space much better in terms of the quality of projects that are launching their platforms in the Web3 solutions as well. This particular launchpad will have some exciting features. It will have some features that would allow you to get a refund within a particular period of time. I can't give you too many details, but you will see it yourself. This is all designed around the security and safety. We want to make sure that all of our launchpad users will be happy about the service we provide. So the refund will be eligible for a particular period of time, whatever the project is offering us as a launchpad. There will be features with the automatic smart contracts, so we don't really touch money. It's all automatic and automated process as well, always in the smart contracts. The smart contracts have been checked. We're excited to launch this launchpad on Linea, which was made by Consensus team. And this is a very exciting thing as well, because this is a milestone for us to establish strong relationships with Linea, because we do believe Linea has a huge potential in this industry. It has a huge potential to become the leading layer 2 ZK EVM. And I can't even describe the excitement, because the MetaMask team and Consensus is currently working on this chain and preparing a lot of cool updates that are coming up very soon. And I'm sure many of you already saw some exciting updates like MetaMask snaps, which allow you to integrate certain features of crypto without really integrating the blockchain at all. So as you would imagine, a team who made a MetaMask with more than 30 million users is not going to make a bad product for the layer 2 zkVM. They have enough knowledge and professionalism to make the best layer 2 zkVM, and we have a strong faith in this project, in this product, and in this solution in general. So I think it will be an exciting thing. Some people ask about the NFTs. Will they be involved within the launchpad? Yes, but not in the first iteration. So the launchpad will be now launched within a particular shape that will be usable, and you will be able to use it in many different features. But NFTs will be in the second or third iteration. We are planning to integrate these particular features. There are a couple of things, technical things that we need to implement within the smart contract of these features as well. Otherwise, we take a risk that if something goes wrong, people will be unhappy and blaming us for the bad experience that they will get within this particular service. In general, it seems like the DAO vote agreed to launch the launchpad, and this is exciting. We see a huge support from the community, from the business partners, to see the Citus is launching its own launchpad. Once again, launchpad is going to deal with the projects outside of our metaverse. It's not going to be a part of our metaverse. We are launching products and projects to give you an early access to the most exciting projects in the entire gaming industry in general. So it's totally up to you if you want to participate with this project and with this particular product, or you just want to keep playing and not bothering about the launchpad in general. But for those who actually bother and worry about the launchpad, it will be an exciting feature. One of those gems within our ecosystem that will make you feel very confident about holding these tokens that you currently possess, using Cetus tokens as a utility, and using CNET tokens for DAO voting as well. Because once again, as Roman mentioned before, and me as well, we're all about use cases and utilities. And we had a question about from one of the users. The user asked us a question about, do we plan to work on the prices of the tokens, etc. Our project is not about prices. Our project is not about speculation. Forget about it. Our project is an experimental startup to create an extensive list of use cases for our tokens, which will create a demand for among the players, among the users within our ecosystem to use tokens for the variation of different tasks. If it comes to the speculation or if it comes to the price predictions, it's totally up to you guys. You make your own research. That's not up to us. So please don't ask questions to our admins. What are the price predictions, etc. We don't know anything about it. We're not financial advisors, and we cannot really help you with the pricing and predictions of your personal financial analysis. But what we can say for sure is that me and the entire team, including Roman and the game production team, will work hard to create a large number of use cases. And you can see we're improving, we're building new use cases, and we will continue on building these use cases for sure as well. Let's move to the next question. Question about a question about the product's development. Have we changed the plans, Roman? Did we cut some staff members to slow down a little bit? Did we have any reasons for it? Like just the general development of products that we currently have and the speed of these development. Maybe you can make a couple of comments about it.
Yes, unfortunately, we had situation that we need to shorten our burn rates because it was very hard time, and we lose some developers, we lose some game designers and other people of our team. It was very hard for us, very emotional, because when you build something big with the team for 2 years, and it's very hard to say bye-bye because we don't have enough money, but we need to think with the interest of the company. So that's why it was very hard solution, but yes, we lose some people on the way, but anyway, so it was a very smart decision, because in other case we will lose everything, right? So when you have some problem, you need to solve that, or this problem could be so big that you will be not able to handle it. So now we have all we need to continue. Now we I hope we pass this period, because we start building a token, we start building projects, and we make releases, and we have a lot of releases next year. So I think this the most dangerous part of our life is behind. And I like that when we was talking with the team about situation, about that we have not enough money, we need to keep building, we need to somehow find the way to continue working together. No one say, okay, sorry, bye, I have a good offer from your competitor. So all people stick together. And this is a good sign, because people believe in Cirrus, and they see that this is very big potential, and our 10 times growth of token shows that our solution was good enough. So now we just keep trying, keep building, and we have some difficulties, but to be honest, there is no any easy way to become a champion. If you will talk with any Olympic champion, you will hear no any easy story of this championship. So we just need to keep building, because we already make so many things in so good quality. So we just need to finish what we start. And we have a lot of people who support us, developers, VCs, influencers, users, all users, all people support us, because we true utility. We are the case. So actually, market need this success story, and we are success story, because we see the request, the demand of indie developers, of crypto companies that want this want this experience from us, want to be a part of our ecosystem. But by the way, a few comments about Launchpad and Sidus Gates. The main difference is that Sidus Gates is a publishing company that help gaming companies be a part of crypto, but we unite all games with a single lore and with the single token ecosystem with Sidus and Sene tokens all together. But we have a lot of companies that have already commitments to make their own tokens. They already have investments in that, and so they are not ready to take two tokens or to forget about their lore, because they have already some concept, and this concept didn't match with our lore. So in that case, we make a separation between companies that ready to support lore and token and companies that not ready. So this is the difference, okay? So this is the big difference actually. And companies that ready to support our lore and token, not so many, because it's not easy way to build company with someone's lore, right? But companies that already have a project at the final stage, they want to make release, they're ready to make IDO with community. A lot of them that good enough, because we are the most early stage of the market. Because if you know, to make good gaming project, you need 2 or 3 years, sometimes 5 years of production. So right now we have only let's say 1 year of hard development behind. So now we will see in next year and other years we will see the result of this production. So we open for that. But for our company, we face with some difficulties with the most long crypto winter, but we pass it, and now we have enough team to make releases, and this is very exciting because we at the final stage, and so many companies ruin on the way, so we have very low amount of competitors, and this is a good opportunity for us because it's easier to get access to market. It's easier to be louder than noise of the market. So now we just need to keep building. That's it. Then
Yeah, another question from the user. So we have Yanislav Iliyev. He's asking, hey guys, so it's been quite a while since we've had any updates on Medium Butler. Could you please provide an update of the development for the Butler 2.0, Hedonism Center, the apartment sales, and also Xena monetization? Also, if possible, an update on utilities of in-game items like replicant, seats, eggs. Thank you.
okay, I think we need to make different AMA sessions for these very simple free questions.
Yeah, that's it. Maybe we can split it. Maybe let's talk about Medium 2.0 a little bit.
Yes, this is part of our life, so we just need to keep making updates with Medium, because me not happy with this game design. I'm not happy with the quality of user experience. So we need to make not just some butler, right? Because at the very beginning we was making a prototype of our browser technology, and butler was turn-based action that allows us to build high quality graphics in browser, because the more interactive game mechanics like shooter game or other kind of games are very hard to support with prototype of browser engine. So this is like very hard. So now we have browser, now we have Tembazar, but we need to update our butler 2.0 competitor for all other butlers. So this is a big challenge for us, and we making a strategic partnership with one of the biggest companies in the world who already have butler in their portfolio. So if we will be lucky enough, next year will bring us a new butler. Who knows? God knows. So yeah. Anyway, this is the part of our story. We just need to finish this work because we start. So
That's right. And I mean, Butler is a tricky part. Like we can't just launch something for you to play, but we want to launch something that will be highly addictive. So we changed our thinking in a way of not just launching products for the sake of launching, but actually launching something that brings, you know, the excitement towards the community. So that's why the launchpad can't be rushed. We understand you want to get it as soon as possible, but as Roman has mentioned before, next year, that's one of our clear objectives to deliver a good butler to you as well. So it will happen. So we are working hard on it, and yeah, soon you will see the results. What about Hedonism Center, their apartment sales, and also Xena monetization? Maybe you can make some comments about that.
Very soon you will see hedonism tournament. We want to launch it with one of the biggest jewels in the world. So we just waiting the final announcement, and then we will make you happy because we want to make very big prize pool, and we don't want to make it like something easy for you, because we want to make big competition and to make big press release from that. Yeah, so Xena monetization is very easy because this is free-to-play project, and there are very simple things that we need to make: boosters, subscription, and other kind of things that you can buy inside. So our main goal is to make games interesting without crypto. So this is like fundamental idea, because you cannot make games only with earn, because someone need to pay for this earning, right? So to make a game good enough to make people happy to pay without any expectations to have this money back is a great challenge actually for any developer, because there are a lot of games in the store, but very few of them have enough money to cover their monthly expenses. So this is a big challenge. So there is no any 100% of algorithm of success in game development. You make a lot of experiments with game mechanics, with metagame, with features, with updates, with everything. So some of these experiments are good enough, so you keep building. Some of these experiments are not good, so you close these experiments. But all games that we have, we see that community have positive feedback about that, and Xena and Tembazar and Module Economy and Butler, all of these games are good enough to continue. So we're not ready to close them because they show good metrics, and with every update we see improvements of our metrics. We see improvements of Xena, because if you notice that we make a release on Apple and you're trying to download this game and play, you see new tutorial, and this tutorial shows much better conversion from new user to retention. So it means that team understand how to make this. So Citus is ecosystem. We want to make hundreds of games, and these hundreds of games will be united with lore. We don't know when exactly it will happen, but this is the core idea: to provide user all kind of experience he wants within one ecosystem without any loss, with opportunity to deconstruct his progress with licenses, with items, with organizations, with features, to sell some of them if he want, to continue use them to earn some money if it is possible. So this is the ecosystem. So the more high quality games we have, the more users we have, the less churn rate we have. So this is very simple idea. So now we just need to continue work to showcases and to make games good enough to make people happy.
Thank you.
Dan?
Thank you, Robin. Thank you so much. Another question, I will take a lead in myself. So we have a question that sounds like, do you have any plans for further mass burns? So once again, we have a every month burn that happens from the modular economy contributions. So it's a regular thing. I'm sure you saw that in the social networks, in Twitter and other channels like Discord and Telegram. It is a regular event. So don't think like we've just done it once and that's pretty much it. We've been doing it for years already. On the first of every month, we're announcing a particular burn that was uh, that happened because of the contributions from the modular economy. So people constantly contribute into the modular economy, and those tokens that are contributed within this modular economy, some of these tokens get burned to create a deflationary mechanism. So we always reduce the number of tokens circulating in the market, which is very important. Let's go to the next question. When do you reveal luxury brand you'll be partnering with? Is it Hermes or Louis Vuitton, or do you plan to partner with other brands in 2024? Roman has already answered this question before. Because of the size of this company that we're planning to announce partnership with, there are a lot of legal regulatory works happening right now behind the scenes. We've prepared everything. You will see a new website with the game details. You will see rewards. You will see the actual game that you will play. And the game is very addictive and exciting. It's the mass market game. So it's not for people who love strategies. It's for everyone, kids, housewives, for you to work, to play at the office and other people as well, right? So it's a really addictive product. The only thing we're waiting for is the green light from the side of this luxury brand. We cannot rush into it because everything is ready from our side. It's just the thing that is very bureaucratic right now. So we have to wait to get that approval. And once we get that approval, we will get into the action. Keep in mind, this is not just a single partnership. It's actually a joint partnership. We also have another player, which I cannot release the name of, but this it is a big exchange, and it will also take a part in this particular partnership as well. So it will help us to have a huge marketing exposure, and soon enough you will see Sidus in many different places. And that's one of the main objectives, to spread the name Sidus as many times as possible, to let people know that we exist and we build high quality games. So we are looking forward to it for sure. Let's go to the next question. Please tell us more information about distribution of bonus for investors in Upgrade Heroes module. When will be the first batch? If you split the payments, how much will we receive at the time? Will you provide it directly to the MetaMask or inside of the game? Roman, that's to you.
Sorry, didn't get that. Could you repeat, please?
Yeah, so the question is, please tell us more about distribution of bonuses for investors in Upgrade Heroes module. Upgrade Heroes module.
Oh, okay.
And when will be the first payment? And will this payment be inside of the game or to the MetaMask? Thank you.
Yes. To be honest, we are not ready to answer this question properly because we're making very big redesign of all token economy, and we burn a lot of tokens to make easier to decide to invest in token. And as you can see, this solution was good, but on the way we was changing our strategy. So now we just commit that all income that was expected for owners for contributors for this model are on our very special fund, and now we updating all the functions, all the algorithms, how we will distribute this, because this is changing slightly. So now we need to update, and I think in January, I hope in January, maybe in February, we will come out with solution, and we will put this on the top to discuss with you how we see that. And I 100% sure you will be happy, because this is something that we want to make as a when you make some promises, you need to follow these promises or you're losing trust. So that's why we was making the very special fund to guarantee our commitments with this model. But now it's not at the final design, because we see some mistakes, and we want to come to you with solid solution about this, because this is money, so we don't want to make some stupid decisions.
And once again, it's too risky to rush in, so we need to test things before we even launch it. So once again, when it comes to digital assets and an ownership of these digital assets, it must be secured and safe. Let's go to the next question. Roman, please tell us more about another question. How team will solve the problem with filling CIDES and CNET tokens in the existing modules? For example, ARC10 Bazaar requires 161 million CIDES tokens. Shipyard requires 1 million CNET tokens. So it's not completed. We haven't gathered enough tokens. How do we plan to solve that problem?
I cannot say how, because this will be like spoiling the event, but you will see how, because we want to help you to finish this, because we need to finish, right? So this is a big opportunity, actually. I think when we will have millions of users, this will be like the part of our history. And now we see users that believe in this history and a part of this history, right? So we have very small amount of users, actually. I mean, it's big amount. We are one of the biggest projects here, but it's still not the same like GTA 5 or Genshin Impact or World of Warcraft, right? So it means that we're at the open beta part, open beta stage, very early stage. When we will be in release stage, when we will be in mass adoption quality, it will be like maybe 1,000 or 10,000 more available, because even now, with this very small period of time, you see that token grow 10 times more. And now users not ready to spend their tokens because they're available now, right? So we understand that, and we have a solution. But again, this is as an event, we make something sweet for you on the January. Maybe it will be January, February, but we want to be happy because you are the believers of Sidus, and before all other people come, you will have opportunity, as you have already, as owners of the store. Not all of them was ready for this opportunity, because when we was launching the store, at the very early stage of everything, it was like nothing. Then when we was releasing, but now these people understand what's that. And by the way, I want to remind you one thing, that this contributions, these equity holdings will be in the future, will be you will be able to make this as NFT and trade on the secondary market. So this is in the future updates. So this is also very interesting feature that provides you to hold and to trade this equity of this contribution.
Thank you, Ron. Let's go to the next question. I will try to answer these questions myself to give you a bit of a rest. First question, module ARC Xena, when do you launch it? The answer is it's a second priority task after the Bank 2.0 for us. So we're currently working on it as well. It will happen after we launch Bank 2.0. Okay, so once you will see Bank 2.0, you just have to know we are working on Xena ARC as well. Okay, just for your reference. Another question. What is the logic behind the fact that one person with one bank teller license could earn 10 times more than 1,682 bank module investors? That's probably a question to you, Robin. Yeah.
you don't see, you still don't see the final utility of this model, because it's very big. And as I mentioned before, we only start. So if you will see the flow of any kind of game, Lineage from NCSoft or World of Warcraft from Blizzard, you will see that they make updates for years and years, for years and 10, 20 years, because this is something big. And for CDOS, this is unlimited, because new computers will be available, new platforms, new game engines, new anything, but database will be the same, store will be the same, capital as a needle will be the same. Now we have only 6 games. In 10 years, maybe we will have 200 games, maybe we will have 200,000 games, who knows. But the core idea is that all these models will be getting their income from all transactions inside. And we keep updates. If you see, we keep updates. Yes, the amount of updates are not so big than 1 year ago, because as you understand, we was able to lower our expenses. But all of us believe that we will hire new developers, we will make good marketing, and our last token growth shows that we can do in this particular stage and case, we can make marketing. So we just need to keep building, and when you will see the final stage of bank utility, you will understand the idea behind, because bank is not just something that you see now. We will make maybe 3, maybe 5 years we will update this. Like organization model, also the same. It's only starting.
Thank you, Roman. Another question, will we have other chains available, because the Ethereum is very expensive? Yes, Citus will become eventually omni-chain. We are currently working on partnership with Linea, and there is a reason behind it. So we're going to do some slow transition to Linea for certain services, including the Launchpad, etc., just to make your gas fee as low as possible, for sure. And there will be many big things happening between us, for sure. Moving on. So question, what is the reason? Has to be. Yeah. Let's continue on. I think we had an answer on that. Question, can CNET also be used to get IGO allocations? Because voting is not too important, because there'll be few people voting unless you make a... Well, you know, if you look at the Uniswap, they have Uni token and it's a DAO token, right? If you look at the other projects, they have no utility, just the DAO governance token, and it has a huge market capitalization, has a huge demand. So it is a very debatable thing to say that CNET doesn't have many use cases. Actually, CNET does have many use cases. You just have to do a bit of a more due diligence. You can use CNET in the game. You can use CNET to purchase items on the marketplace. You can use CNET to contribute and get investment points within the module economy. You can use CNET to do some operations within the modules. In general, you will be able to use CNET for the political system inside of the game. You will be able to use CNET to do some DAO voting inside of the game and outside of the game as well. And the Launchpad, if you decide not to approve the project, we decided to move to the second stage, this project will not go ahead to the final stage. So it's you who decides, not us, okay? And then CNET in that case is a very powerful tool of controlling the decisions this particular ecosystem is making, because you have to keep in mind that Citus is a DAO organization and we do everything based on the DAO votes as well in general, excluding some certain developments because you obviously don't possess enough expertise when it comes to the game development. But whatever is possible to put as a DAO vote, we're scaling these votes as many as possible. And you saw in the last few months, we had quite a few votes happening already, and that will definitely be scaled up. So many different decisions will be made by the community, not by us, which is a good thing for sure. So don't think short term, think long term, because CNET is a very important token. Cetus is just sounds, it's the token that is associated with the brand. So many of you have confusion on why Cetus has more market cap than CNET. Well, because Cetus is the token that is just, that is the token that sounds like a branding itself. So when you type in Citus in the Google, the first thing you get is the coin market cap link to the Citus token in general, but not many people are actually aware of CNET. And that's their mistake, because if they underestimate CNET importance, they will miss out. Okay, so if you know about CNET and you know it's a powerful tool, good on you guys, because you know the power of DAO vote, you know the power of the certain decisions that will be made in the future in relation to the gaming ecosystem, in relation to the game publishing company, in relation to the DAO treasury fund, and in relation to the launchpad as well. So be smart, guys. Don't rush with your assumptions. Let's move on to the next question. Why do our influencers only promote Citus? Why don't Alex Becker, Elliot, Trade Mundo promote CNET either? Why only Citus? It's not fair. Well, these sort of questions is based on your emotions, guys. Like, once again, Citus is not about speculation. Citus is not about financial predictions. Citus is not a financial advisory agency. We are here to build game products that will be in a high demand among as many players as possible. So this question is related to the speculation. I'm not capable to answer it because I'm not a financial advisor. If these influencers want to talk about Citus, they're more than welcome to talk about Citus. We do not control any of these influences. We cannot tell them what to say and what not to say. Alex Becker is fully free of saying anything he wants. If I will ask him tomorrow talk about Citus, he's not going to talk about Citus, because he only talks about Citus when he wants and when he decides to talk about a certain product or an update that we shared in our social networks. The same with Elliot Trades, the same with Mando City and the other influencers. We don't control their businesses. We don't control their opinion. We don't have any impact on these people. They are fully independent. So you have to understand how this particular industry works. If you have an assumption and assumption that the company and project have any control over their influences, you're wrong. This is not the case. And Alex and Elio and all of these well-known influencers are fully independent. The same with investors like Mr. Beast, Shima Capital, Hashkey. They are running their own personal business operations. So try to be smart about your questions as well. Roman Pavlotsky said that in ABGA and D Games Summit that you will run 6 games in the end of this year. The year was 2003 or 2024. And can you tell us what kind of games, please? Thank you in advance. Roman, question to you.
We have right now, we have model economy, we have Butler, we have Xena, Tembazar, Falconium, and Astrale. And we have Astrale, we finished. It was beta, so now we make a new game with luxury brand. So this is 6 games that we operating, building, updating, and some of these games are all of these games are very unique, and we have different teams, so they are in different stage. But all of them, I hope, maybe with luxury brand, we will make a game and as access to the next month. But this is because this is not our responsibility. So game is ready, but release date is not on our side. It's not on our solution. So all other games are available. So you can have access from our new website, and you can try, you can play. So that's it. Only Falconium. Sorry, Falconium is not available because we make it in very early stage of production. So it's even in closed beta is not available. So it will be released in next year, but not now.
Yeah. Excellent. I can see some people sometimes making funny comments about team holding some senior tokens and having an impact on DAO vote? Well, I just want to basically inform you guys with the latest developments in DAO votes that none of the founders actually voted in these particular DAO votes. So when you make an assumption that DAO is controlled by the team, that's kind of stupid and a bit of a nonsense, because if you look at the number of votes that is currently being done by the community, you'll see that there is a substantial increase in the subscribers on our DAO page. It's more than 300 people already. And there is a substantial amount of tokens that are actually being used for the DAO votes in general. So we are not using this particular system to pursue our own interests, because there is no point to. This is a community project. This is a DAO organization, and we use our DAO governance instruments to allow our community to make some votes. So when you make such assumptions, you really need to do some research before you make some funny comments like that. Let's go to the next question. What is the reason why the withdrawal process has to be so complicated and expensive, while adding new tokens on the platform can be done in 10 seconds? I think it's going back to the question of bank withdrawals, Roman. So people ask, why is it so complicated? Why do we make it so complicated?
Because we want to avoid mistakes, and because we building. So we are at the building stage. This is not the final product that you can open the box when it is everything ready. So for
I think you
last year
answered.
we support Binance Smart Chain, right? So it was not from the very beginning. We building, and that's it.
So the question, will Citus solely focus on browser gameplay, or will there be expansion towards mobile and executable games? Well, Xana is a mobile game. It's not a browser game, right? It's a PC, it's Mac, and it's a mobile game as well. So we have few very strong expertise, Hugo. The first expertise, browser. Of course, we love browser technology. We think there is a huge future in that. Telegram technology is massive, and we think that will be a huge potential for us as well. But mobile gaming is also the future for us. We love mobile gaming. The thing is, we don't really do many developments on Unreal Engine 5, because once again, I always had that conversation with people at the gaming conferences. I always ask them a question. Listen, guys, when you make such a big bet on a single game, right? I'm not going to tell the names. I'm sure you're fully aware of these game projects that are developing high quality Unreal Engine 5 games, right? When you make a game of that size and you put so many resources in this game development, and it's just one game, you're competing with the most well-known game publishers around the world. You are getting into this space where you have to compete with Activision Blizzard, Ubisoft, Epic Games, Tencent, Wargaming, and a whole bunch of others, Playrix, etc. Can you compete with them? That's the question. Because when you go to the PlayStation Store, when you go to buy a game from that PlayStation Store, how many games do you actually skip until you find that game you want to download? Can you be Diablo 4 and spend $100 million on marketing? Possibly not, because in crypto space, not many companies possess such a high treasury of money to spend on such an expensive marketing. So there is a risk that you will lose the competition when it comes to the marketing among the big businesses in that space. So it's a big bet, it's a big risk, and there is a high probability of problem with that particular thing. But what we do is we spread the risks. We spread the risks. We have browser, we have mobile, we have Telegram, right? And we don't just build one game. We build many different games. And yes, it takes longer, but the risk is diverse. The probability of success of one game is much higher than if you just build a single game and you put all of your resources, because that's like in Silicon Valley. When you are running your own venture capital fund, you're investing in 32 startups, and only one will do well among all of them, will do well and will pay off all of your initial capital that you have invested into these startups, and will make you even more money than you can expect, right? The same for us. We don't say every single game will be successful. It's a big say, and we cannot guarantee such things. But what we can say is we will continue on experiments until we find this perfect game that will be highly addictable and will become very popular. And if it does well and it becomes successful, the whole ecosystem pulls up as well. One game is enough. You don't need to build complicated games to be successful. You can build a game like Temple Runner. Temple Runner, a simple game, a guy who collects the coins and running away from the monster. But this game has 500 million downloads in the App Store. 500 million downloads, guys. Among Us, social deduction game. 500 million downloads, 500 million downloads. And that's not an Unreal Engine 5 game. That's not even an Unreal Engine 5 game. So you just have to understand that we are an experimental game publisher, but we are working hard to find this gem that will basically make Citus ecosystem very popular. We don't know what will make it a gem. Will it be a luxury brand game? Will it be Falconium? Will it be Xena? Will it be Tembazar? Will it be Nidun? Or will it be some other games that are coming up from game publisher Citus Gates? But we do know for sure that there is a high risk of high probability of us doing well if we find this particular gem, and we will keep searching for it as well, for sure. I think we're running out of time, guys. So let's sum it up. So today's session was to answer those tricky questions. I'm sure you have many of these questions. You just, you can keep asking and asking, and I'm sure we can spend hours and hours with Roman to answer as many of them as possible. So we will definitely do another MA session next year, so we can answer as many questions as possible, so you don't stress out and you get those answers. But we do wish you a happy new year that is coming up very soon. A Merry Christmas to you as well, guys. Make sure you spend your time with families, with your relatives. Just enjoy life. Crypto is great, but there is something else behind the crypto, besides the crypto. Sorry, it's our close members of family, wives, kids, etc. So make sure you spend some good time with them, guys. But we'll keep working during this period of time. There will be a little bit of a break for us, a bit of a Christmas/New Year's break for us, so we can reset, get that energy back, and get into the action straight away. So there will be a little bit of a break, and you will see a lot of announcements, a lot of movements happening. We have a lot of partnerships coming up next year. We are really excited about what is coming next year. We can't disclose too many details, but there is another exciting news that is coming up, most likely in January. If not in January, beginning of February. It all depends on the other business partner once they're ready to get into that action. But a lot of interesting stuff, a lot of interesting stuff. You won't be disappointed for sure. We thank you guys for your patience. You guys are very supportive. You guys are dedicated. You believe in Citus, and this is all we ask for. Your support, your contribution to this project, your feedback is the most valuable thing we can possibly get as a startup right now, because without it, we cannot make good games, and we will keep building games for some random dudes who don't really appreciate it. Now, we actually get that support from you, and because of that support, we are moving into the right direction. Once again, there are a lot of problems. Don't get me wrong. Roman and I and the whole team understands we need to fix a lot of things to make the whole product much more smoother and much more efficient. We are trying hard to make it happen, but because we do many different processes simultaneously, things take time. You will see the roadmap. The roadmap will be updated on a monthly basis. So if we have a new product, you will see it straight away in the roadmap. We're working on certain improvements of the website, so you can more than welcome to go to the citusheroes.com website and check out some new partners section there, and some other sections that you will see very soon. We're constantly improving the usability and the user friendliness of the UX of our website and some other things as well. Xena is already published on the App Store, so you're more than welcome to go and download it. We will appreciate if you can give us a nice rating, but any rating is a good rating. Even if you give us a 1 star, it's a good rating, but let's aim for 5 stars. So, Roman, maybe you can add some summary from your side.
I want to ask your support in chats, because we have a lot of people coming, and especially in Discord, in Twitter, in everywhere. Your support help us to build this company, to keep building token, to keep building games. So if you will be ready to spend some more time, just make reposts, make some comment, give your feedback, support new user. So this is something very important, because this is the project. If you support this, we will go to the moon. If you will not support us, it will be much more harder. So please pay attention of that, and we will go to the moon earlier, right? Thank you for your support, and good luck to all of us. We had 2 very hard years behind, and I hope next year will be something that we will remember all our life in positive way. So let's go for it. We'll see this.
Excellent, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Bye.